Alright, so we got a bunch of little details we need to take care of today. Try to finish this thing up. The first thing is this alternator, the harness is hitting the valve cover. There's no way to plug in. So we got to clock the alternator. So you'll take the 4 bolts loose from the alternator that holds the alternator together, and you'll just turn the alternator to get it where you need it. Now, if you notice, the housing and the bolts are marked with yellow paint. That's for warranty, so I'm pretty sure, you know, if I have a problem with this alternator, that the warranty won't be any good, but I bought it online, so I really don't count much on the warranty anyway. But it is an AC Delco alternator, so it should be good, but you know how that goes. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and clock this alternator. So we got the 4 bolts out the alternator, and we're going to try to clock this thing without pulling it out so the brushes don't pop out on us, or we'll have to pull it all the way off and stick something down in the back of the alternator to hold the brushes. So let's see if we can get this clocked without moving it. Well, so much for trying to clock it. It's hitting something, so we're going to have to pull it off. So we'll show you. Alright, so we got to push the springs and the brushes back in and stick a straw out of one of your penetrant old cans or whatever, and make it hold those brushes in so we can stick it back on. Alright, so I got the brushes back in, and that's my little straw stuck through the hole in the brushes and the hole in the holder. So that's got it. Now we'll put this thing back together. Alright, so we got it clocked up. All we got to do is tighten our screws down and take the straw out. Alright, we got everything tightened up, and we'll pull the straw out and we'll be good. Alright, you heard the brushes flop down in there. Now, this truck comes with a voltage or external voltage regulator. You see it right there. Okay, so if you look, the plugs on the alternator plug are like this, and the spades are like this on the internal regulator. So we've got our plug here. So this white wire right here will go to the white wire here. The red wire, will put a ring on it, and it'll go to the hot post. And then we'll come over here to the, wherever the harness is. Right here. And we'll make a jumper wire and jump connections together on this thing. And we're jumping the blue and the brown, the 2 end ones. Alright, so this is the connection at the alternator, and that's the connection at the old voltage regulator. So we're just gonna tape these up, make them look to where they're insulated from touching against anything, and we'll be done. We didn't cut that. We cut that white wire, and we just taped the harness in here, but we'll thin some wires out later on. Alright, we got a lot of stuff done today. I got all my brake stuff hooked up. Big split the master. But I realized I didn't have you got a tool to screw into your proportioning valve so it'll allow it to bleed. I've got 2 of them at home. I forgot to bring it with me. Got my shifter linkage hooked up. I got my brake parts for my intermediate cable on my parking brake painted. They're ready to go on. I had a bulb out of here, but it's still got a problem, so I have to do some more checking to find out what the issue with that is. This particular truck, the side markers are just reflectors. You take them out, there's not even a hole in the back. There's no socket or anything. The front markers they had lights in them, but I don't have the lenses. So I guess I'll order lenses for that and for the bed, and give me some pigtails, because I want to have markers. So, and I believe my dimmer switch is bad, because you turn the headlights on and you get high beam in the headlights. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. They went out the other day. Oh, they working now. I don't see the high beam indicator though. But I must have cleaned the contact out playing with it. Either I got a fuse out on my turn signals, or the contacts on the switch are bad, which it was kind of hard to plug in. And this column, been sitting in the barn, it connection looked kind of iffy. So, but we're getting there. And this thing feels really responsive and peppy. So I can't wait to drive it and see. So but all my lights up here work. I think that's high beam there. Still got to put a header gasket on it. Well, my cousin, he bought some stuff at auction. We got to go pick up tomorrow, so I'll be here in the morning early. We go load this stuff up. My dome light works. My lens is, I think my lens is bad because it fell off. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's broke all to pieces. My carpet cleaned up really nice. So, like I said, we're getting it. Just ain't got there yet, but we will. We're gonna have it. It ain't gonna be much longer. Still got to work out my power steering hoses on them. There's my intermediate parking brake cable right there. Like I said, I still got to work out my power steering hoses, which I looked them up the other night, and they're the ones I got. There's 3 different brands that I saw, but they're all made the same way. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't have no turn signal, so I got to work that out too. which I hadn't checked my fuses in my fuse box. I know there's 2 fuses missing, but anyhow, y'all stay tuned and I'll show you more. Hopefully, real soon this ain't gonna be going down the road. I forgot to point out the best part. Got my year manufacturer tag, and it's a truck tag. In North Carolina, you can run a year of manufacturer tag on your vehicle. And in North Carolina, truck tags had the numbers first and then the letters. Car tags had the letters first and then the numbers. So I got me a 71 truck tag. Cool stuff. So we working on it. Oh, and somebody had guessed that piece of chrome that I had with the cutout on it was for the tailgate, but the tailgate takes a spear. It takes 2 spears, or 1 spear with a notch in it, but it's the narrow molded, not the wide molding. That piece of molding that I showed came with this truck. This truck, it was a long bed, and when it was new, it had an option of a toolbox in this bedside right here. And that piece of trim was the trim for the toolbox, and that opening was for the toolbox door handle. That's what that chrome trim was. But anyway, y'all stay tuned.